Hello, and we're back for the final segment of the World Youth Championships. Here we have Australia versus Italy, and Australia is up by 25 imps. And we're watching East-West is Ella Patterson and Renee Cooper, and they're at this table. And in the other room is Max Hembest and Shane Harrison. They're the pairs that played the final match and had the last match, and had a really good set. So I think they just got sent back in.
Send them back in.
If you're doing well, go back in. And we've got the vision of the tables here. So let's see how they do.
We've only got half the vision.
Yeah, the camera's not in the best spot. We can see the view graph operator pretty well.
You can already see Ella's pretty, I don't know, what would you call it? Expressive.
Yeah.
That's just generally her style.
Okay, so the first board, a pretty good 4-spade bid here, but it doesn't look like it'll make. It's got 3 club losers, a heart loser, and you don't even have any entries, so you'll lose 2 diamonds as well. So this could go 3 down. After the diamond lead, it looks like it'll only be 2 down though. So on extremely sharp defense, you can get it down 3. But Renee foolishly led the suit her partner opened. What a chump.
She did have her own sequence.
Yeah, she's got a broken sequence in clubs, she's got a sequence in spades, she's even got the ace of hearts. She's got like a pretty reasonable hand. She might have been wanting her partner to reopen with a double and just pass it out or something. But Ella clearly doesn't have that, so. So this is the quarter-final here. So there's the final 16 boards to choose who goes through to the semi-final. The other 3 matches, there's a reasonable gap going in them, so they're not locked by any stretch of the imagination. But the other 3 tables are much more comfortable. That being said, I'd be feeling happy at this stage, being in Australia's shoes, but.
Just as declaring this sort of situation where, you know, you've got no hope of roughing a club or anything. Do you think they're better just putting a heart on the table after winning the King of Diamonds and just trying to sneak that one through the keeper?
Kinda, but that's sort of a maneuver that lots of people try. I find that people with singletons opposite the king prefer to like lead up their singleton straight away. So I prefer to draw trumps and then lead up my singleton. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but that's sort of my preference there. So at the table we've got Nick Jacob commentating, and the view graph operator was like, "Hey Nick, sorry, no novice commentary, please," because Nick, even though he's on the New Zealand Open team, puts in his status as novice. I'm a big fan of sort of undervaluing myself on BBO because everyone else overvalues themselves, so it sort of evens the playing field if you do that sort of stuff.
I think it's hard to know what you should put yourself as on BBO. Obviously, everyone in Bridge overrates themselves. So do you just go the opposite and put yourself on as a novice? Or, like, how do you actually know what you're meant to be?
Yeah.
Like, you can't actually compare yourself. There's no test of, okay, you do this test and you score this many, okay, we'll put you in the novice category. Maybe they need to make a test and have it be like, okay, if you scored between this and this, we think you're probably a novice. If you scored between this and this, we probably think you're an intermediate. Because you actually have nothing to base it on. It's just your view of yourself and the world, the poor people.
Just you and your overvalued
just
opinion.
overvaluing your opinion of yourself.
Yeah. Alright, so before anything dramatic happens, I'll get your point of view. Is this the lineup you would have chosen?
After the last segment, yes. Yikes, it's hard. I mean, I guess a lot of sort of our views come from knowing the players and knowing, I mean, admittedly, a lot could have changed in the last 6 months. I haven't really kept up to date with what the partnerships have done in the last 6 months, but a lot of our, or at least my perception, would have come on prior to that.
I just saw Seth get up from the table.
He's
back.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's it, I'm out of here. Force Phase didn't make it.
Yep, I'm done. Let's go. That's what we want to do.
Score sheet.
There we go. So it's also interesting on what lineups you send in, knowing what the opponents play like. It'd be interesting to know who's got seeding, because these guys are now playing against the pair. Like, it makes more sense, I would have thought, if you send in the pairs against the same pairs that they did well against. But these guys are playing now.
No, yeah, they're playing the same pairs.
Oh, that.
Yeah, exact same lineup.
Okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense. I was just going on the last view graph that we saw. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. These situations must be so hard for a captain. You've got to weigh up sort of how you think your players are going to cope under pressure. You've got to weigh up sort of what happened in the last match, and if people are on a roll, you want to send them in. How the other pair's feeling, because now they're rested, they haven't, like, what you want to do. Do you reckon Maxi gets any sort of special kinds of go in because you've played in this situation before and you've made it through to a final of this event, or do you think that doesn't really come into effect?
Well, I think Max would have gone in because they're the pair.
They seem to be doing quite well.
Yeah, they're the pair that did the best in the pairs, and they seem to be really on fire in that last set. That being said, Ella and Renee played really well as well. I'm happy with what they've done. I'm just putting it out there that I'm not sure who's the best performing under the pressure. Like, in this sort of moment when you're a good buffer, you want the people that are best under pressure. Now, I think this is a good test for the girls, and I'm glad to see that they've backed them and put them in.
Yeah, I think for on paper, I wouldn't have picked for this sort of match. They're the best pair, mostly because Stevie and Jamie are like they've been here, they've done this, they've proven themselves under pressure. Not that anyone would have thought it, but it's almost like they're solid citizens now.
Yeah.
Ella and Renee haven't had as much experience sort of in this environment. Admittedly, they need to get it somewhere. I think it would have been a huge confidence booster for them being sent back in and having the backing of their team and their captain and going in to do the business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good signs for if they do get through this
Yeah, it was last year, was it? We were sort of thinking about the lineups, and as a captain, I think one thing that needs to come into it is what's the long-term objective. Do you want to send your lineup in who you think on paper is going to be sort of better and then potentially scar the confidence of the other players. For instance, if like after having a good set, if Ella and Renee weren't sent back in and then they made it through to the next stage, would that have an effect on their confidence? If yeah, like will it is basically the idea. Do you want to get through your quarterfinal and then lose in your semi-final because you've got a pair that you've just basically lost their confidence, or do you want to send them back in and
Yeah.
I could like sending them back in personally.
So there was just a discussion in the commentary which Nick started about what do you think about 3 diamonds with the East Ham with 4-6, and Vicky Bouton just logged on and said, I logged on just to say I don't like 3 diamonds.
I like the at least some youth still have standards.
Yeah, so with a 4-card spade suit, probably not a good idea. That being said, the vulnerability, if you're going to bend any rules, this is the right vulnerability. I personally wouldn't open 3 diamonds, but I wouldn't have been shocked if I saw anyone do it.
I opened a weak 2 in hearts today with 4 low spades, sorry.
What? How dare you?
They were the 5, the 4, the 3, and the 2.
If they hook this spade, they might get themselves into trouble here. But they didn't. I think it was pretty reasonable to consider finessing the spade, but they didn't want to see heart, heart, rough, and go from there. So this contract's starting to look pretty secure. They've got a heart loser and probably a club, so I think they're going to make 11. They might get... Could they get tapped out? Not really. So they're playing this really safely here. Just going to go heart, and this is the final trick. So comfortable 11 tricks. So the first board was flat and 4 spades down 2. And this looks like pretty well played, and they got to a 5-2 spade fit. Seems pretty fair. I think most games will make on the hand. But spades played really well. If he hooked the spades, he might have got himself into a bit of trouble, but not today.
One other thing we should just point out is that the live video isn't so live. It is, there is a bit of a delay on the video.
About 30 seconds.
Yeah. Apparently it's hard to upload a video to the internet and then send it halfway across the world and then combine it with the footage from the Viewcraft Theatre. Apparently that's too hard to do instantaneously.
We can have dreams.
We can have dreams one day.
Yeah, some more distribution floating around. What do they have on here? 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1 spade. So 4 spades is on, 4 hearts has the same losers, I think.
Yeah, it seems that way.
No. No.
Rough.
No, it loses a spade, a heart, a diamond, and a spade rough. 4 spades is what you have to be. I don't think the defense will defend that way.
Yeah.
Very unlikely that it's going to go ace of spades, diamond to the ace, spade rough. Take that, I still have a heart to win.
Probably not, no.
But I suspect they're going to get to 4 hearts here. And that will probably make... I really don't see the defense beating this realistically.
Be interesting to know what their option means. So 2 clubs was probably some sort of game force with some options. 2 hearts would be natural. God knows what 2N is.
Well, 2 clubs was 2 over 1 forcing, 2 hearts natural.
They've obviously
Yeah.
started something jazzy.
So they
Maybe
got the
two
four
no-agreed
hearts.
hearts.
Maybe, yeah. They pulled out some conventions. They wielded their system.
They did.
They're like, that's right, boys. Here's what we got.
It's great to have this stuff. It's a pity no one watching the commentary knows what it means.
Yeah. I really doubt the defense is going to find the killing defense here. Renee has to not lead her singleton club. Possible, but lead dummies declare his first bid suit.
You might be accused of having a hand record if you do this.
Yeah. So I think this will be 4 hearts making, and I reckon this will be a flat board. 4 hearts making 10 will probably be duplicated.
So relatively
I
tame
have
start.
hopes. So North-South snuck an imp. They've started their climb.
Come back.
Yeah. But we can handle half an imp aboard. So
Maddie B, thanks for the plug.
yeah. But yeah, we can handle half an imp aboard, but I doubt, like, it's not really going to just keep on at this slow trend. Yeah, oh, Renee's, like, still in the tank here. I would have thought that she would have... She's probably tossing up between a diamond and a club here. I really doubt that the spade's going to hit the table. That's, like, not really a chance. But the longer she thinks about it, the more excited I get. Alright, so the VRAF operator is putting in some stuff. Relay without spades was the 2-no trump. Min without 3 clubs. Okay. So they pulled out some jazz. And we got the singleton club, as we expected. So Declarus is going to win here, throw away a diamond, play ace-king of hearts, and knock out the ace of spades. I don't think there's anything more to the play, really. They might take a while to think what can they do if hearts are 4-1. If hearts are 4-1, they're pretty stuffed, so I think they just have to do that. Play for hearts 3-2 and be happy about it. If they stick in the Queen of Clubs here, I guess they could be playing for them to be leading away from the King of Clubs. And if they do that and they're rough, they sort of ruin their entries. So South can't really afford to finesse here, even though it gets the chance of getting rid of the diamond loser. It just messes up the hand completely if when the King of Clubs is on the outside. So I'm fairly sure he'll just win ace and draw some trumps.
Isn't it funny how some hands you sit there going, okay, I've got to find how I can make it everything goes badly for me in the worst case scenarios. And then other hands it's like, okay, I need to find a line that will possibly make. I need to hope that all my dreams come true.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a fine line. And this one's like the interesting one. You can see that hearts 3-2 will make the hand really easy. But he's going to go into the tank for a while and work out what can he do if hearts are 4-1 and think for ages. But then probably realise that nothing will actually come of it. He can actually throw a spade or a diamond here. It doesn't actually matter. As a side point for selecting who plays the final match as well, I think Jamie and Stevie will be quite happy sitting out. Like there are
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you can have pairs that if they sit out, they're not content when stuff goes
They
badly.
get a bit itchy, yeah.
But I think Jamie and Stevie are both cool, calm, and collected, and happy to just sort of
Yeah.
sit out, let the team do the business. Like, it's always nasty when your team fails, but if you sit out, you can't always expect them to do the business all the time, but you expect them to. But you take the good with the bad.
Would have been interesting to see that first segment.
Yeah, we unfortunately were playing bridge during the first segment, so couldn't actually watch it, but it was 20 apiece. So Nick was just mentioning that the girls here do have some experience from World Championships. They played the quarterfinals last year against the eventual winners, France, but they unfortunately lost that.
They choked a little. Well,
No, I don't know. That team was pretty good, but it felt like they choked because they were winning. But it was a tough set. What they did was fine. But the main thing is, I think that would have been great experience for them
yeah,
for
in this
under the
position.
pressure.
Yeah.
So if they hadn't have had that, I would have been more skeptical about playing them in this. But I think that match and that last year sort of builds good, sort of makes it good for them. And yeah.
It's interesting, sort of, the development of youth players coming through to events like this. And like here in Victoria, we were really excited to send our kiddies to go play in the kids' version of this event, the under 16s. Now, we didn't expect them to do particularly well.
At all.
But you know what? It's great experience for them. It sort of generates the drive that this is something that they either know they want to do from here or they know they don't want to do. And it sounds like they've all had a blast over there. And it also means that in future years they will have had the experience. They're not going to crumble under the pressure. It's something that they've just done and they're used to. Which probably going into your first event with zero pressure at all is probably a really good thing.
Looks like they're going to get an over trick here because their diamond loser vanished here. Ella tried to give her partner a heart rough, but it happens to be with a natural heart winner. And South got a free discard of their diamond loser, and now that is 11 tricks. But that'll be a flat board because 4 spades was played in the other room, and that made 11. So some nice tight bridge here. There could have been an imp there or imp here, but no big swings, just, yeah. I just saw the Viewgraph operator discard the ace of diamonds. But no, they roughed and then played the ace of diamonds. But it would have been a funny, like, screw you, partner, where was my diamond?
Yeah, where was it?
Anyway, 450 and a flat board. So while that was a potential swing, I
doubt it.
I had no expectation whatsoever of them actually finding the correct defense there.
They always save the best boards to last anyway.
Yeah. So in this sort of position, so Italy's started off the set down 25. If they have some bad boards early on, not that they have yet, they might consider sort of
swinging a little.
Yeah. I don't think they will down 25 because your teammates can always have a really good set. But if they started down a bit more, they might consider it. So if you checked out like the other matches here, I reckon you might see some real swingy stuff happen. Now, unfortunately, I have a lot of experience going down, going into the final match being down a lot. So I've had this practice swinging a lot, and I've managed to usually pick up around 20 imps. That's sort of about the market I'm in. But unfortunately, I usually need about 50. It is interesting bridge, though. This looks like a 4-heart contract.
Interestingly, without knowing South's mannerisms, I don't know. I was vaguely thinking he looked a little stressed before.
Ella fixing her
Ella.
hairdo.
Yep. Looking good for the camera there, Ella. It's really weird for bridge players. Normally you play these sorts of matches in this tiny little enclosed room with no one around, and suddenly you're on camera and some people halfway across the world can watch you.
Yeah, that being said, I've been on the other side of this, and when you're playing, even though you know there's a camera there, it does not affect you at all.
Kind of forget about it eventually.
Yeah, personally, I just zone out, and I focus on the bridge, and I try and focus on the bridge. Sometimes I just zone out, but you completely forget about the camera being there. I remember playing with Jazz one time, and we started playing a match, and it was a match we were basically locked to win almost. But we'd had a big night before. We rocked up on camera, and Jazz and starts fucking swearing all over the place. And Trian says, "You do realize there's a microphone as well." It's like, I don't care. That's fine. So this looks like a pretty routine 4 hearts, I think. You've got, especially after the club lead. Well, the spade finesse fails, but hearts are 3-2, so you look like you've got a diamond, a spade, and a club. But after that lead, I think you're fine. You might be able to make 11 after this lead. Let's see what Dr. Gibbs says. Yeah, so they can make 11.
Dr. Gibber.
Yeah, he knows all.
Does he give good advice?
No. Tells you what's best. Doesn't give good advice.
You should quit smoking. It's bad for you.
You should have a lobotomy. Best chance of avoiding brain cancer.
So what would you be doing? I mean, I guess we don't really need to ask. You'd probably be at the pub. But if you were Stevie and Jamie.
Yeah, well, I would avoid watching the first half of the set. I find it very awkward watching my teammates play. I kind of want to keep tabs, but I find it really awkward watching and almost painful at times. So,
kind of one of those things that if they're doing well, you're really happy you're keeping tabs. If it's tight, it's a bad thing, and if you're losing, it's an even worse thing.
Yeah, so if it's really tight or they're losing, it takes years off your life actually watching it. So I think watching sort of the second half of it's okay, because you're really vested in it and it's actually really interesting. But for the first half, try and unwind in some way. Maybe go play some other game, might go have a drink, something. Just anything to unwind, but take your mind away from the bridge.
Also, if you come back at the halfway point and you're up, you're cheering them along and keeping it going. If it's tight, it's really interesting bridge, and you don't really have too many emotions. And if you're down, you already know you're down, and there's nowhere to go other than up to win it. So, and if you're out of it, it wasn't going to help whether you saw it at the start, the middle, or the end. It was going to feel tough any which way.
I do remember a story about Nia Griffiths, one of my teammates, watching. I wasn't sure if he was watching my table or my teammate's table as well. He was on my team, but he was sitting out. And we were basically locked to win the event. We just needed 2 VPs out of 25. So we were basically cruising. Yeah, the old
Back
scale.
in my day, they used to have 25 VPs.
But what happened was he was sitting out, and boy, were we choking. And the end result was we did win, but we got absolutely flogged in the match. We got about 5 VPs or 6 or something. But at some point in the thing, we weren't actually winning the event. The end result of him actually watching the whole set was he had a hangover the next day. Like, it was just too tumultuous
Too painful.
for him. Yeah. So he punished himself too much. So watching the first half, no good. Watching the second half, sure, you want to have a vague idea. But I also enjoy just not watching at all sometimes and just having the sheer joy of getting your teammates to come out and score up and seeing what actually happens. Alright, what does this board have to throw up? Good hand for Ella.
Interesting with what you do with the south hand now.
Yeah, so
Like,
they
do you
might
want
do
to
an
be too no?
inverted minor, maybe?
Depends how inverted they played.
Yeah. Renee's got a really good hand. 2 spades. Double. I guess that's take out of clubs. That's not really going to enthuse Ella very much. Invite
So
with
invite.
5+ clubs. North said they're a weak, no trump. So 3-no doesn't make because they don't actually have a heart stopper. 2-no doesn't even make. So I think they need to bail in 3 clubs, which has 2 hearts, a club, and a spade. But that's going to be pretty tricky to actually get out in 3 clubs, but South could bid it right here.
Yeah, it's hard to sell out to 3 clubs with the West hand.
Yeah, but I think...
I'm not. Like, it's weird. I mean, you know, partners saying there were nothing. You've had an opening bid, an invite.
Yeah. I think you might do it. If the opponents were a different vulnerability, I'd feel more hard done by.
As favourable, you kind of, yeah.
Okay, so it says that the Italians are creating, in the closed room, creating a swing by playing 6 hearts on board 4.
Wow, sounds like I should have had the iPad out.
Yeah, may as well get that out and give that a go. And that really doesn't have much play. Well, it's got play. It doesn't make, I don't think. But I'll see. Yeah, so Renee's not selling out to 3 clubs.
This is one of those ones that's really weird on, like, reading what's happening at the table. Like, after 2-no, you know, I assume there's some difference between if they just bid 3 clubs. So you can start to sort of mark partner with nothing. I don't know.
It was board 4, by the way. The
6-heart hand, yeah.
yeah, board
That's
4.
a different
Not
one.
board 4. Not board 3.
Yeah.
North, so South bid 3 clubs.
Interesting.
Renee doubled, and North then bid 3 no trumps. So
They might find themselves playing their doubled.
yeah, like the issue is Renee's not on lead. if she was on lead, she could happily double this, knowing that they've got no play to actually make this.
Just lead a heart and be done with it, yeah.
But if partner doesn't lead a heart, they could make it, so that's why it's probably not doubled. You'll see a diamond lead here. Now, they're still going to take 5 hearts on a club and be down 2.
So just plugging the whole idea of the girls thing, just in the view graph theatre, the girls have 300, I mean, of course we're talking in Australian terms here, just regarding our pairs. So the girls have 347 viewers compared to the boys having the 104.
I do
Take
think
that, men in sports.
I do think that's the effect of the open room versus the closed room.
But just nothing to do with that. Definitely nothing to do with that.
I do think that they would have no idea about the sex of half the players in the juniors.
Yeah.
The vast majority of kibitzers.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, it's because of our commentary that we're dragging everyone to.
Maybe we are responsible for about 200 people.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep. I'll take that.
So down 2 and a pretty good board for Australia here, so I'm pretty happy. Just looking at the table, people East-West are looking pretty comfortable. Not seeing too many nerves yet. Yeah. Yadney thinks we're the ones pulling the 200.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are. At least like 180 of them or so. Maybe not quite 200.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Trying to find sort of some obscure line where 6 hearts at this point can make.
So 6 hearts looks like it's going down. Okay. Ooh, this is a good hand. Is this a slam?
Hey, Kathy Chua is commentating at the other table. Nice.
This looks like a slam hand here.
Would seem that way, wouldn't it? No clubs, no. Wow, what about 7 clubs?
You got 32 highs. Now the issue is hearts split really poorly for you. Diamonds split poorly.
Yeah, but you just
Poorly-ish.
Need to pick up diamonds. 7 clubs just needs diamonds. Like 7 clubs is great.
They're not going to get to 7 clubs. That's.
Well, they're not going to get there, but it's a great contract. This is the beauty of being commentators. You get to talk crap about the double dummy contracts that you can make.
Yeah. Sure. I think 6 diamonds
Like
or 6
clubs
no.
is now off the table, basically.
Clubs was off the table all the time.
Okay, so maybe it was, but it's a cold contract.
I think
Diamonds, 7 diamonds.
7 diamonds is cold. Again, you don't want to be in 7 diamonds.
7 no trumps, cold.
5. Yeah, 7 no's cold.
Just, yeah, all the tricks.
7 no trumps isn't that bad. 7 diamonds isn't great though.
No. We've lost the other table as well. They've fallen off the planet. Okay, so will they find one of these slams? Preferably 7 no trumps. How could the auction go from here? So we've had 3 hearts, which I think they would play as denying a fit. 4 diamonds, I feel like... So in this sequence, 4 no should be to play by East. as weird as it seems, 4-no should be to play. Which I would have been, I think, with East. I don't know what... So 4-no is probably like key card on hearts. Guess it all comes down to what they're... Okay, so definitely key card by both players, but it also depends on what you play 3 hearts as here. Would you think that... Yeah, these situations are really weird. Actually, this is the time to do the spruiking. We're doing a short course starting on October 19, which goes through how to bid after no trump openings. And what it does is it fully defines what your bids are. So for instance, here we'd know with East's hand exactly what they were showing. Were they showing 2 hearts or 3 hearts or possibly 2 or 3, and it'd clear things up a lot. We're running the course in 4 different skill levels. So there's everything from beginners who have been playing for a few months and haven't even learnt stamen and transfers, through to expert players where it goes into the nitty-gritty of how to describe specifically your 3-1-4-5s as compared to your 1-3-4-5s and the point counts associated with them. So check out our short course program. And then, for instance, if you've done it, you know exactly what this auction means because you'd have an agreement.
So I just got asked by someone wondering if Renee was at the recent Chicago Nationals. She was. She was over there. She'd been playing in Chicago. So she's gone straight from that over to Croatia, I believe.
Interesting with the pronunciation of the place. So apparently the way it's pronounced is Opatija. It's even softer than that, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
So they had the Worlds here a while ago, and I remember struggling pronouncing it, but Opatija is how I would say it. Like, the J is basically silent. Or is silent. Anyway, on board 4 they did go off in 6, as we kind of expected. So 13 to the good guys. So a bit of not the best slam here. They're going off here, aren't they?
Yeah. It's not looking too good.
That is not a good swing to us. So I think they might have been in doubt about whether 4 diamonds was natural or whatnot. So I don't really like the 4 heart bid by East.
So I was talking about like 4 no trumps by East should be to play over 4 diamonds.
Yeah.
For starters, they should have a lot of definition on what 3 hearts showed, which would then clear up what 4 diamonds shows.
Yeah, so some people have 3 hearts, either showing a fit, denying a fit, or any sorts of those things. Not everyone does.
But if you do our short course, you will.
So 3 hearts, I think. It's common that it's just, yeah, I've only got 3 or 2. Doesn't promise anything extra, I would guess.
It's tough to do when you don't have really firm agreements in these situations because West has such a powerful playing strength hand, and it's just sort of muddling your way around as to what trumps is, what's the power of the hands together, and if you're not quite too sure on lengths, it's really tough work.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see what happens here because...
Ella doesn't look happy.
Yeah, let's see how the pressure builds. I'm hoping they can bounce back with a good or a reasonable board here.
Like a slam going down in this sort of situation doesn't feel good. You can see sort of Ella's, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem that Seems like it might be getting to it, but
I think she's got a bit annoyed about it, but she's okay. She's
yeah,
there.
yeah. I think it's harder with those sorts of hands as well. I mean, like one of the greatest skills you can have at this sort of level is um, basically being oblivious when you're dummy. That's your time to chillax, and that's your time to regroup and like think about something else other than bridge, and make sure you're there ready to focus for the next hand. If you have a bad board like that, it feels worse as the declarer who's sat there, looked at the cards, gone, okay, at the end of the hand, basically, we were called for 7-no, effectively. And as dummy, I don't know, you're trying not to result too much on it, but it can be a bit harsh.
The screen just went down for a few questions. I'm not sure who was asking who questions, though. Might have been about their leads. I reckon it's Declare probably asking. The old Donati. Querying a few things. I doubt Renee was asking him questions about the auction.
Yeah.
So here they'll just win, they'll duck a club, and then they've got 5 club tricks, 2 hearts, a spade, a diamond, so nice and comfortable. The entire layout of this hand's completely safe, so there's no way people are going down here. I'm not sure if they can squeeze 10 tricks out of this. Will he put in the jack? I'm not sure. I doubt he'll put in the jack here, so the low spade probably work reasonably well.
I don't know if you're allowed to say squeeze 10 tricks out of it in bridge, because that could imply that you're doing a squeeze for 10 tricks.
he did stick in the jack. That held. So his get is wringing some more tricks out of this board then. Are you happy with that?
Okay, so they're just about to start board 6 at the other table as well.
Okay, so on board 5 we won 6 more imps. So what happened at the other table? 2 hearts went down 1.
I do like the length that this lead's going out to. Like, it's now becoming a few game swings that...
Yeah, 43 is a lot.
Yeah.
So even if, let's say they pick up 17 on...
Sure, that's being too generous, but yeah.
But that's a slam swing. That's not too generous. It's not them bidding the grand. No, that's just slam.
Shows how bad I am at imping.
Yeah. That's just
I guess it's a volley, yeah.
A volley slam swing.
Alright. Yeah, yeah.
So 43, even if they drop 17 here. It's still a healthy lead with 10 boards to go. But it would make it a bit nervous. I'm just hoping that it doesn't affect them.
You can see everyone's starting to twitch. We've got some fingernail biting. We've got some card playing with. Like,
yeah, pressure's rising here.
Okay, so at the other table we've had an interesting auction. It's gone all the same up until 4 diamonds. So 2 no, past 3 diamonds, presumably transfer, past 3 hearts. They haven't alerted it, but they relay. No, yes, apparently relay. Doubtful. Past 4 diamonds, past... Okay, they're playing in 6 diamonds by the looks of things.
Yeah. So Italy...
So they've relayed to, I don't know, 4 diamonds was natural, 4 spades was a cue, and we've written down 6 diamonds.
Yeah, so 17 back to Italy here. So that'll help them, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. of course it won't be. Definitely not. There's no way they can catch up 20 imps in 10 boards, right? That's like 2
That's
per
like,
board.
yeah, that's so many.
That's never going to happen.
It's kind of fun being on this side of the screen in a different sense, where you get to watch them in turmoil, and you get to, of course, look at all the hands double dummy and talk absolute crap about them and result on them, rather than being in the head scratching type positions that they are. It's an interesting one of what to bid with the north hand now that comes back to you at 3 hearts. Do you raise to 4? Do you...
I'd pass.
Like, you're in the point count partner's expecting, but everything could just be so perfect.
I think he bid 3 spades. I
I think that was
doubt Renee
probably
bid 3
north.
spades.
Probably north.
My general view is a partner expects you to have sort of 7 to 9 points in a
Yeah.
balanced hand. Now, you've got 7, but you're not balanced. You got some useful cards, but I think bidding 3 spades is a bit optimistic, but could work.
Interestingly, it's going to get you to spades, which is possibly a tad bit better from leads coming. Maybe not.
Well, you've got 3 top losers, and
Maybe you want West on lead, because they're less likely to swing the ace diamonds. Really, that doesn't really change anything.
they don't even need to get their heart rough. They can just set up a club trick.
They are not left without options.
Yeah. So I suspect that the north-south will get to 4 spades here and go down. Although, as south, you might pass 3 spades. Kind of odd, because your partner didn't overcall 3. You've got a 14 count with a stiff king of diamonds. This hand's not going great. But no, he raised a 4. I suspect this will go down. It'll be tough for them. Like,
And the imps are chalked in for board 6 to Italy. Unfortunately, the wrong way.
I forgot that it was a minor slam they're bidding. I think it's only 16 imps they get.
Yeah, only 16.
Oh, wow. Ella led a low club. That is odd. I wonder, she might be on a bit of tilt here. Like, a low club, like, it looks like it might work pretty well, but I don't know why she chose it, right? So I'm hoping that this isn't like a result of the bad board 2 boards ago that she felt like she had to do something. Because when you're up 27 imps, when you're up 40 imps and nump 16, it's not an... Like, now's not the time I'd be choosing to be underleading aces, is what I'm trying to get at. Although this situation looks like it worked really well. Like, it's going to work. You're going to beat 4 spades on this lead. So, will Renee even switch a heart here? Heart, rough, ace of diamonds. Tough defense here for Renee. Like, why is the Jack of Clubs winning?
Why am I winning?
But yeah, I'm not sure why.
Pierced.
Like, while this is a sexy lead or a successful lead, this is not the time that I would be choosing to be underleading aces or anything like that. Certainly worked out, but I reckon this is the result of having just board 6 still locked in your mind and not, yeah, like
Diamond lead seems
routine. Like,
so much less fun.
partner bidder suit. I've got a couple of aces. No, let's just swing low from an ace. This kind of feels like going on tilt, but hopefully, because this worked, it might calm it.
Like it just might. It worked, and it might just swing momentum back their way, and
yeah, like there's the sort of stuff that could make you feel good, but like this is gonna make Renee like so confused. Like,
admittedly, Renee will be. So I think it's the type of thing that'd be good for Ella, but bad for Renee.
yeah.
If that makes sense. So we're just hearing she was a little frustrated after board 3 as well, was glad to realise 4 hearts was called, even with a diamond return instead of a heart.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's where they had to swing the spade at trick 1.
yeah.
Which we
Get
like,
the rough.
yeah, like, that's not good.
I love leading Declara's first bid suit. It's funny, being in sort of the position of these players, you would not trade it for the world because it's just such a great experience. It feels so good playing it. Not that I've been at that level, but at a vaguely similar level. But you know what? Looking at the video and watching them pine over it just makes me so glad I'm here right now, sitting on the couch.
This defense is going to confuse Renee even more, right?
Yeah.
We went low club and she won the jack. So she wouldn't think her partner's underlaid the ace. But if Declara had the ace, why would they duck that and possibly lose a heart ruff? That's confusing. She lays down the ace of diamonds, sees the king of diamonds fall, and it's like, partner's got jack 10 4 thumb. This would be like a nightmare for Renee.
Yeah. Especially considering, like there's no plus side for Declara ducking the ace.
Yeah.
I think you should,
There's no way Declara's ducking the ace of clubs, right?
Yeah.
Because all kinds of bad stuff could happen.
And you've just got the hook on the queen. Like, admittedly, she can't, see the 9, but...
I think there's one of these hands that's easier to defend the less you think about it.
Yeah. Partner let a club. Let's play club.
Like, I'd start thinking, what's going on in the club suit? And then I'd scratch my head
How
for a
would
while.
this go for where are the cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
This kind of stuff would just wreck me. I'd sit there and be just confused for so long. I'd be like...
I feel so sorry for Dummy right now. I feel so like the poor lad.
Yeah, he just did the old face to pop.
And even the view graph operators, just having a good stretch. Lean back.
So spade, and they'll get a heart and a club.
Yeah.
Can Renee? Can Ella underlead the club again?
2 down.
Nah, she's just cashing it for down 1.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good choice. Cash setting tricks is always.
Oh, so they're in spades. They can still get a heart, but Renee threw the queen away.
That's a bit interesting.
Because that would sort of encourage.
That kind of looks like it's a doubleton.
Yeah, I wouldn't be throwing the queen away here as Renee. Because... yeah, I think that's a poor queen. Heart, and they get their heart rough, so down 2.
I would have been playing a club.
Yeah, but you can...
Guess you can face it. Oh.
That was such a weird defense.
This hasn't been exactly the set for the girls making life easy for partner.
Yeah. Okay, so on board 7, Italy dragged another imp down, back in, so it's just down to 26 imps. Still a hefty amount, but, you know.
Oh, Gil's noting at the other table, all 6 Aussie players have a bridge playing father.
Isn't that noted that every bridge player has a bridge playing parent?
And that there's not much school bridge activity in Australia. My parents haven't learnt bridge. Not that any of them are watching, but this might be a hint that you should probably learn.
Is Renee in the tank here? Nothing really matters. What's Declara worried about? Club rough, I guess.
Aw, this is really cute for Maxie. Hard to believe there was a time when Max's father played all the time at the state and national level, while Max was only a theoretical idea.
A glint in his daddy's eye.
A little glint. You have a bridge playing father?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we getting a plug, thanks to Gil for sending the kiddies away?
Yeah. What's he saying?
Our Aussie Kids under 15s team is due to the initiative of us and Juzzy, all in their mid-20s. I don't know if that makes me feel young or old.
I'm happy to be in my mid-20s.
Yeah, you're sort of approaching your late 20s, aren't you?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
You're kind of there. You're probably there.
I got asked why am I not in this event tonight.
That's really good. That's really good.
Actually, I got asked why was I not in India, and
that's also good.
I was like, well, I didn't qualify for that event, and I'm too old for this one. What do we got here? 12, 15, pretty normal, strong no trump. So we go 2 hearts, pass, will north balance, will south make it take out double, those kinds of things. South could double here for takeout.
I like the double.
The vulnerability's right.
Yeah.
If it goes pass, I think north should balance with 2 spades.
Yeah. I think north's got an easier action than south.
They bid 2 spades. 2 hearts. What are they going to lose? 2 hearts, a spade.
Kind of feels like you're going to lose some clubs.
I feel like they're going to make 9 tricks, but let's see what Dr. Gibb says. 8 on a spade lead, 9 on most others.
Your predictions have been much better than they were against Noralia and Slopsa.
Yeah, but it's only quarter to 3 a.m. now. It's not like 5. Yeah.
The 5 a.m. I think that last couple of hours really takes it out of you.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like I would have been in for a heart lead here.
I'm happy with the low spade.
Like, I kind of feel you possibly want to get the tap on. And if you've got to draw trumps, because you've got the ace, you've got the timing to do it.
Yeah, but spades are breaking. Everything's pretty nice. Leading a low spade's not really going to blow a trick.
Yeah.
Leading the ace of hearts could ruin a trick. Low heart.
Low
But she's
heart.
already pulled that.
She's already done that once.
Yeah.
Can't do it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would just know what's going on. Like, the ace of hearts does ruin a trick almost.
And
King
no,
of Clubs.
that's
Not the
probably.
card I would have picked. I don't know why she would have picked that one. Anyway, this set's 19 apiece. So Australia are back to 25 in front after the last three boards. Italy's picked up 18. They're going to need some bigger swings from here.
It's not quite at dance and start celebrating, but it's.
We're a long way away from dance.
We're a long way away, but like.
It's closing in. 25 with 7 boards to play.
I forgot about the scroll down. It looked less.
It looked less.
Okay, it's a long way to go. Ooh. This kind of feels like one of those hands where they. How many points do they have? It's 3 no. No, I don't have enough for that.
They could easily make 3-0. The opponents can. 3-0's cold. Cold!
Jinsuke. Just got the spade and 3 hearts.
Yeah. Check out that heart stopper.
Yeah.
Diamond finesse on side. Everything's beautiful. You don't even need the diamond finesse, but clubs are 3-3 with the jack on side, so there's no possible way of getting it wrong.
How open to opening a no trump with the South cards are you? Because I don't like a 2 club rebid. I feel like it's sort of not clubby enough and kind of
not clubby
tenny
enough. Not clubby enough. Ace, king, queen, 10, 8, 6.
Yeah, but they're just worth as many tricks in no trumps. And like I've got like 10s and 9s and stuff in the other suits. Like 2 clubs feels like you're underselling your hand.
Yeah, I'd probably open a club and rebid a no trump. I'm a bit of a pessimist like that. I wouldn't be afraid of opening a no trump, but like my Jack 9 Doubleton heart's not really pulling the weight I'd usually expect. I think bidding 2 clubs is pretty normal. But, you know, I'm probably the type of player that open a club, rebid a no trump, and say, yeah, I got a balanced hand. But
I feel like I want to show this as balanced hand. I just don't know if I want to show it as a weak balanced hand or a no trump balanced. I want to play 14 to 16 no trump, and then I wouldn't have a problem. I'd show it as like strong balanced.
You wouldn't have a problem on this hand.
I might have some other problems, but you know, this hand would. Okay, what if you were playing alcohol? It's definitely a weak no trump at alcohol. It's just because you get to open a weak no trump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opening a no trump's awesome. But I doubt I'd do it on the south hand this time.
As a weak no trump.
No, yeah, it's a strong no trump.
As a strong no trump. I would be so confused if I had just learnt bridge and learnt what a no trump showed. And listening to us talking crap about what a no trump is.
Yeah, at this higher levels, a no trump means, you know, hey, I have a hand. What about you, partner? Do you have a hand? Oh, awesome. How about no trumps? Let's try and describe as little about his hand as possible while getting to the right spot. Do we have some playing strength or not? Do we have like a 12 count that plays really nicely, or do we have like a balanced 15 to 17? Or do we have like a favourable 5 count or something? So it looks like they might be getting their way to 3 no trump. South might bid 3 no trumps over this, or might bid 3 diamonds. Not sure what 3 diamonds is, or shows.
Well, 2 hearts must have shown something.
2 hearts, maybe spades and hearts, but, you know, could have shown
Kind
something.
of feels like not alerting it would show spades and hearts.
Yeah. But South has like a really good hand, so they want to force the game when their partner shows invitational plus.
Yeah. See, I find it really hard with the North hand. Like, if it's gone, like, so talking about pessimistic actions, a club, a spade, two clubs. Like, cool, we're in a misfitting hand. Partner, but I don't like my hand as North.
Yeah, but you do have a 10 count. You could have a major suit fit. You could have a heart fit, so I reckon the 2 heart bit's pretty normal.
Yeah, I think you've got a bit.
And then after you do that, partner's just going to drive the game.
Yeah, lucky partners.
Lucky partner can play bridge.
But like, even get rid of. What are you going to do? Get rid of your jack of diamonds. Get rid of your 4th heart. Like, give yourself 4 diamonds on the same hand, and
So I think. So Nick was saying, over a 1 club response, the Italians could show 5 spades and 4 hearts and 5 to 9 points with a jump to 2 hearts or something. So when they bid 2 hearts, they're showing 10 or more points with 5 spades and 4 hearts. So I think the 3 diamond bid.
So now they've upgraded to a strong no trump.
Do you actually have a diamond stopper?
Yeah, so now they've upgraded to a strong no trump. Obviously, your 10 count partner, I'd like to play game.
No, they've shown an unbalanced hand with good clubs looking for a diamond stopper. The kind of hand they've got.
No, but knowing partners' hands like a 10 count or more, they're happy to drive game opposite a 10 count. Is that you, Peter, they're talking to, or?
I don't think so.
It might be Peter Newell. He was on before.
This looks like a very routine 3 no trumps to play. They can't really get the contract wrong. They're gonna just make it. The real question was in the bidding of whether they actually get there or not. So I'll be curious to see if the other table gets there.
I sort of neglected the other table. Maybe I should see what they're doing. They're actually up to the same board.
It is Max playing, so
Alright,
I'd be willing
Maxie.
to neglect it.
Well, Maxie's about to figure out what he's opening with the south hand. He opened a no trump, 14 to 16. So not quite 15 to 17, but 14 to 16.
So the auction will go strong no trump past small and past 3 no trumps.
So they'll get to 3 no. They have to get to game now.
So they're getting to game.
They can't not get to game now. I rephrase. They are very unlikely to get to game. I don't want
Unlikely
to have
to not get to game.
Not unlikely to not get to game. Too many ViewGraph commentators have to eat their words.
So Ellen the tank pulling out all her fingers to try and count. She's got the old hand movements just like flowing here. She's got everything happening. Got some head wobble. Anything to help her count.
I don't think South's feeling too comfortable.
He's looked that
dummy,
way.
As dummy, it's like everything seems painful to him as dummy.
Yeah.
Admittedly, being dummy in these situations is kind of painful. You got nothing to do with it, but you're still kind of there.
Yeah. So 9 tricks, easy game. South will claim, North will claim as soon as it's tested the club suit.
So stopped in 3 no as expected at the other table. North's hands fully known.
South has a secret weapon.
South does have a secret weapon.
Can he utilize it? Probably not. I doubt he's going to make 10 tricks, although it is possible to get 10 tricks, I guess, on the hand if they don't cash out.
They got a diamond lead.
So you got 3 diamonds, 6 clubs for 9. So you just need to sneak another trick in. Someone checked the south hand into the Kaplan and Rubin hand evaluator, and it's worth 16.05 high card points.
Why are we not opening a no trump?
Yeah, it's an awesome hand.
Why did Max open a no trump? That's too strong.
Yeah, buff it out of a no trump. 16.05.
Strong club,
That's
Max.
huge. Strong it, yeah.
Okay, 13 counts. Sneaking into strong clubs is possibly a little bit too much. We're not endorsing that by any means. Does KNR convince you to open a strong no trump?
No. Right. I do appreciate that the hand's pretty good.
Do you know the cool part about opening a no trump? All the decisions are up to your partner from that.
Yeah,
Let's
just open a no trump on every hand.
Just grab your hand off your chest.
Alright. Oh, so, wow. This one's a swingy board, I reckon.
That's a lot of spades.
It's a lot of diamonds.
It's a lot of diamonds.
Both sides have 11 card fits. Italy has the major. East-West looks like they can make 5 diamonds, just losing a club and a heart. They could probably make 5 hearts too. North-South looks like they lose a diamond. And that is it.
Interesting that...
No, they lose a club as well. And maybe a heart. If you start with a go diamond heart switch, I think you can hold them to 10. So I think this is East-West's hand, but...
So, interesting that Renee just asked for a break. Depending on how this board goes, potentially, like, the other boards have been sort of, I mean, other than going down in slam, which you don't know what that means, like, it could easily just be flat. The other boards have been pretty constant. If you have a good board against your opponents, now's not the time to be having a break.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like you want to pick when you're doing it and just do it after the board straight away.
But Renee and Ella haven't had a good board in a little while, so
yeah.
The boards have been okay. Like they haven't been bad boards. They've had one bad board, but that was a while ago.
Yeah.
As Yadney said, I bet North wasn't expecting his partner to open one spade.
Yeah.
That is correct, and I bet South doesn't expect their partner to have a. South doesn't expect North to have a diamond shortage either. So this is a interesting, swingy possible board. I suspect North-South will buy it in 5 or 6 spades. There's no way. Yeah.
Is Jinsky, right?
Nah, that's one off.
5 is...
Diamond, a heart, and a club.
Yeah. If they play, like, diamond, I guess when
if they give a rough and discard, yes.
No, ignoring the rough and discard. Like, if they switch to a club. Like...
As long as West doesn't lead it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, good double. Take that. You've overbid.
You have overstepped.
Yeah. You've... Look at that for par contract.
Yeah.
I think Renee just like daintily just like tossed the double on the board.
pass. Not going anywhere. Where are you going? Sending it back. No. No, really.
No.
He's having a good thing.
They're not Australians. Only Australians send stuff back. They're the only ones mental enough to give that a go. If they lead the Queen of Clubs, I think they might be able to make it. But besides that, this contract is down one. It's almost a claimer of down one.
So on the same board at the other table, we have the spade opening, double, 4 spades, 5 diamonds as the direct bid. That makes it more interesting. So the auction got a lot quicker, and I'm impressed by West Pass. I would have been very tempted by 6 diamonds almost. Although tempted, it's really hard in these auctions because you don't just want to punt a slam for the hell of it and have it go down. Okay, so Harrison's come back in with 5 spades, and what's going to happen to it? Okay, we've got to 6 diamonds at the other table. So a good board for Australia.
Yeah, hard-earned 4 imps. Yeah.
So an interesting board with the other
double
auction.
5 imps.
Yeah. So with the other auction, where it went 1 spade, double, 4 spades, 5 diamonds, pass, your West hand is looking very juicy. I don't quite think you can bid 6 diamonds because you can't just bash slam here, but it's pretty tempting. It's pretty tempting. Also, apparently Hembest's pass was alerted because double would mean fast points, whatever that means. Fast tricks?
I don't know.
I don't know. So whether we're in a forcing pass situation or not, I guess.
So, North-South are playing this contract well. They're trying to end play someone. But Ella did well. She popped Queen of Diamonds. Ooh! Oh no, are they making this?
Yeah.
Did Renee really overtake to end play herself?
No, really?
Whoa! That's no good. That was terrible. It's 11 imps out because 6 diamonds got doubled down 1.
Maybe her theory was she had to save the rough and discard.
Nick was saying, I'm just going to quote Nick's commentary from the table. That is a brain explosion. Oh my god. I apologize for everyone nearby. I shouted something very bad. What a shocker.
Yeah, luckily for Renee, she called the break. Oh.
Ella just tossed her cards in. Renee didn't look happy. That wasn't great. Ella did well there, popping Queen. And then Renee overtook to broach the club suit, which really can't gain from her side. Unless her partner's got the ace of clubs.
Unless she feels her partner's end played.
But that's sort of trying to beat it at more than one trick.
Yeah. I think it's realizing the discard from that hand won't help.
Anyway, they've still got 14 imps in the bag. They're taking a break now. You can see the emotions riding high.
This isn't a good sign with 4 boards to come.
4 boards, 14 imps, game on.
Oh, we should go to Mike. Go to Mike. We've got talking between the Italians.
Can't hear it, unfortunately.
Shame. Not that we speak Italian, but I'm sure somebody did. Nice face, Yemi.
No. Yeah, so I think this is actually really good, because if things like this happen, and they really do, you make mistakes, all that sort of stuff happens. When you do, you want a bit of time to break, because you don't just want to compound your errors. So you want to have a break, have a breather, see what happens, and go from there. So I'm glad to see they're having a break here. The Italian,
I hope they're having it separately.
yeah. But the Italians are back at the table. They want to sort of get the action going, but
Yeah. I don't think they even left, did they?
no.
So just moved to the side of the room and then came back.
But yeah. I'm glad to see the Aussies, even though they're up, having a bit of a breather, trying to sort of get rid of the tilt. So the girls have had 2 bad boards, but they're still up. They've still got 14. They probably don't know that at the moment.
Shake off the tilt.
They probably think this match is really tight if they're not down, because they don't know that board 4 was 13 imps in. So
I don't think this will feel good, especially after the slam going down. I think the slam going down would have just felt horrible because, like, it's probably something they didn't have the system equipment to deal with. And it's something that's just lost a bunch of imps.
yeah.
And you kind of, surely that one you'd feel like you've lost a bunch of imps.
Yeah. Yeah, you would, but yeah, it doesn't feel good, but you just have to get on and deal with those things. They happen. Like, I don't think anyone did anything particularly bad on that board.
Yeah, exactly. It's just they didn't have the equipment to deal with it, and like
They might have been slightly misinterpreting each other's bids, but I have been in worse slams than what they got to on misunderstanding people's bids. It would feel crappy that the Grand was cold.
Yeah.
And that they're in a pressure match. But as I said in places, that it's always when the pressure matches hit that these sorts of things happen, those misunderstandings. But yeah. All right.
Getting back into it. I hope the girls took breaks sort of separately rather than...
The view graph operator just said fist bump and let's resume. So it looks like the girls gave themselves like a little G up and see what they can get into. And
Renee probably said,
yeah,
sorry.
there we go. We can see it. Bam. There we go. All right. It's good to see that because they're both on the same side. They're not angry at each other or anything. Okay. So the other table's in 3 spades plus 1 on this hand. This one looks like 11 opposite. Is this a tight game that can make it? It's got a heart loser, a club loser, a spade loser. This will go pass, pass. Renee will double again. Ella will bid 3 spades, maybe that'll get passed out. So supposedly, well, not supposedly, but Donati did have a legitimate line on that last hand. Could have played after 2 rounds of hearts. Could have played the king of clubs and then a diamond, and because East can't lead a club, then it's legitimately cold. Whether or not he could choose that line. Supposedly, he might have had some inference that West can't have only 3 clubs, so it might be reasonable to choose that. 3 no trumps by South. Vol against Not. Okay, so they're going to get to 4 hearts for sure. It's got 6 hearts, a club, and a spade. So that's down 1. What is 4 hearts doubled? 2 diamonds, a spade, and a club. Also down 1 for down.
For down 1?
Down, yeah. Also down 1 for down 1.
You're so about to get. Oh.
Yeah, you know. Give me a break. It's after 3 a.m.
I feel like with every half an hour that passes, we get sort of an extra 2 stupid comments than the previous half an hour.
And our analysis gets 10 times worse.
Oh, yeah.
We're entitled to 2 stupid comments, but boy, are we trying to capture them.
Milk it for more. They're going to be nervous about doubling stuff at this point.
This will go 4 hearts, all pass. And that looks to be down 1 for minus 100. Which is 2 imps to Italy. I can't see them going down 2. At all. Ever. In any shape or form. I don't think East-West are going to bid 4 spades. Like, that's pretty out there. I don't think Ella's got any reason to double 4 hearts either.
No. But just on the, if you did have a double, you might be a little bit more for, well.
She might think this auction's forcing or something. But partners are past hand, so I don't think so. Ah, it's just doubled. Okay. So is there any chance that they can make this? I don't think so. They have a spade, they have a club, they have 2... Yeah. This is just a clear cut down 1. Plus 200 and 1 in back. That's what I'm talking about. So
good guys.
It'll be 15 imps to Australia.
That's not enough. We need more. Ella's up in arms and wants her imps. Like that comment. Everyone wants their imps.
Take that, down 1. No entering our auction. You have overstepped. I'm not sure if this is the board to break the tilt or not, because they might spend some time to work out whether 4 spades is cold. But doubling 4 hearts and beating at 1 should sort of jolt that tilt off, because they should be sort of happy with plus 200 here. They're not realistically bidding 4 spades.
I've only seen about half the board, but like it possibly looks like it's going to be a game swinging on the next board. Like I'm talking absolute rubbish. I can see like 6 cards. Actually, there's no hope of it making.
Alright, so the other 3 quarterfinal matches basically all look settled at this stage. With Norway currently leading Croatia 119 to 61. No Name losing to Grezwe Axon 75 to 123. Zlatan leading Finland 113 to 79. So that was a pretty tight match here.
Maybe it's going to happen. Maybe this game will work. I think we might have game swing in.
How can you call a game swing in?
It just looks like it should have been beaten from the 6 cards that I saw. The 6 card ending looked like it should have been beaten. We can wait until, like, rather than ruining, we can set up some suspense.
Look, that I've got the video camera. The guy in the yellow at the back, he's got a video camera.
Ah!
So we might get like footage of like the daily videos of the same table. Just wondering if that's the. I'm trying to see that guy's face. Not that I can because it's like cut off.
Yeah.
But they've got like this regular guy, and it's around trying to see if that's the same dude. Well, I think Ella's doing her finger counting.
The counting. The
It's
counting
good.
is happening.
Yeah, her hands out. It's counting. It's counting really good.
Is that
Yeah,
good
yeah.
counting or bad counting? And how do you define good? Do you reckon he's cameraing just the counting and the whole segment's going to be on the counting?
I'm just glad that she hasn't taken her shoes off to keep counting.
Guys, moving around.
Getting good views.
Getting all the counting views.
I love all the daily videos of the.
More counting.
Of all the bridge. Some of them are really interesting. You see some cool, funny clips. So I was just reading Mick Jacobs' commentary, and it was just saying, "I predict that I'll age 10 years regardless of the result of the match." So I think he's firmly sort of involved with the match, and kind of when we're talking about like if you're the third pair sitting out, it's not useful to sit and watch. I don't think being the fiance. Yeah, if you're the fiance of someone, I don't think it's useful to sit and watch this tight sort of thing happen. Anyway, won it back. And the lead is out to
I had this
15.
experience.
Yeah, I know. And you've aged a lot.
I have aged a lot from it. I'm going to blame that. Putting on weight, blaming watching you play bridge.
Yeah, good. Okay, 4 boards to go. 15 imps the difference.
Okay, so... Alright, so with 6 cards to go, they made 3 no trumps. North-south. So it feels like they shouldn't. Okay, so... Well, with 6 cards to go, it felt like they should. So I got 5 hearts, 2 spades. Okay, I'm going to back it. Swing to Australia.
Really? I think 3 no is cold.
Because you can pin the diamonds?
Clubs are blocked.
Alright, so who's going to be on lead? So East. Who's probably going to play a spade.
And the Jack of Diamonds comes down.
Yeah, that's what ended up happening at the other table. So you kind of have to lead the Ace of Clubs to do the magical thing.
Anyway, this won't be a lose position.
We're definitely not losing imps on this board.
But yeah,
By the way, I'm bidding 2 spades over 2 clubs. A lot of the time. Maybe not at this bowl, but a lot of the time.
You don't really have lead direction. I would bid if I was not vol, for sure. But here, you don't want partner to the lead spades particularly. Like, you're okay with it, but...
You know, but you kind of just want to muddy the waters.
Yeah.
Like,
I
you're
think...
at the 2 level, it's not... Like, if you play 2 spades doubled, you're not expecting it to be that bad.
Yeah. 4 hearts. How's that gonna go?
No hearts, 2 clubs, 1 diamond.
Only 1 diamond?
You've got harder ways of doing it.
Do you actually have only 1 diamond?
Nah, well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna come out like you have no entries?
No, I'm just wondering if that 9 of diamonds is gonna come good.
Oh yeah, good point. Because after you draw trumps.
Like, you have to draw trumps, right?
Yeah.
And
when
then
you play...
King of diamonds, Queen of diamonds, diamond to the 10.
Yeah.
The 9 of diamonds stands up. I reckon 4 hearts is...
The 9 of diamonds, the most important card in your hand right now.
Bam! Take that! Don't leave the 2 of diamonds, Al.
You're leaving low from your doubleton if you choose to leave your doubleton.
It's pretty easy Jack of spades lead, I reckon. Like, the option's kind of odd, but... She might underlead a race, but I really doubt it. Jack of clubs to the king, club to the ace, diamond to the ace, or off a club. Take that.
Do you get promoted if it goes ace of clubs, jack of clubs?
No,
to the king?
No, you don't.
You can't quite get promoted.
No, it's close, but... Kapow!
I feel like we're getting to that sort of like desperate for all the imps point.
Yeah, so I'm fairly sure that 9 of diamonds is the most crucial...
most important card that has ever been placed in anybody's hand right now.
Yeah, I think Renee will be very, very happy that she's got the 9 of diamonds here.
I don't know, what if Declara runs some winners or something and...
Hopefully she doesn't play natural count and just 9s it.
9. I'd be a shocker for that. I actually would. I would actually get rid of the 9 of diamonds and they would make this contract and it would actually be embarrassing a lot.
The good news is Renee doesn't even need to make any discards at all. And I know they don't play natural count.
I can think of at least 2 scenarios where I've tried to give count and failed because I threw winners, not losers.
Is it still down? Or Clara got some? Yeah, still down. No miraculous way to make this. Ace of clubs. Hopefully, like, they don't switch to the Jack of diamonds, the ace and a diamond back or anything.
No, let's go to the 2 of diamonds. Jack of diamonds is okay. Same principle as the lead.
No, but if it goes Jack of diamonds to the ace diamond back.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, like at the moment, the 2 of diamonds is the killer card. But I'm fairly sure if she puts the Jack of diamonds on the table, they're going to make. But there is no reason to do that.
Yeah. Especially, like, where's W? Who's W?
Yeah, good Jack of clubs. That's...
Yeah. That
simplifies
makes life
it.
easy. They made life easy for Punch.
And now you can just put the Jack of spades on the table. Or even a low spade, because there's only 3 spades missing there. The ace, king, queen. So you know you can safely lead a low spade. You're not going to blow a trick.
Regardless.
We'll see if she pulls out her counting fingers again to work that one out.
What if you're worried that you're going to hook up partner's spade?
Well, if partner's got stiff king of spades.
What if partner's got ace queen? And they had no entry.
Partner puts up the ace and the king falls.
Yeah, there's that too. Good point. You have enough spades.
Pull out those counting fingers.
Pull out those counting fingers and partner can't stuff it up. Admittedly, well, yeah. Yeah. County fingers are so much cooler than spirit fingers.
Yeah. County fingers. Yeah, good low spade.
Yeah.
She didn't even pull out the county fingers. I wonder how she managed it. Like, nice defense. I like it.
Good job, Chaos.
King of diamonds. You'll now see the king of clubs appear.
King of Spades.
They're rough. They'll play the top. Will they play a top heart? Because they want a bad discard because they know they're stuffed.
Yeah, surely you go heart,
Oh, low
spade.
diamond. Okay. That's one.
Why don't you just play heart,
Because
spade,
they knew
diamond?
they knew you lot stuff, so they were playing for one down.
Yeah.
Hey, 12 imps in. I am calling it.
You're calling it?
Calling it. It is now done. 3 boards to go.
33.
We are up 27 imps. I
My
doubt.
math does 33.
Sorry?
No?
We're on 90. They're on 63.
Good point. 37.
27.
27. That one.
That's how maths works.
That's good.
3 boards to go.
Peter Gill can do maths as well. He's just said it's 27.
No, good. I'm glad a couple of people in Australia can do maths. I know we are all convicts. But, yeah, so Italy needs some huge swings now to bring it back. So it's almost
This
locked
doesn't look
in.
like the board.
Yeah, this isn't the board. 3-0 made in the other room, which is a good score. Pretty standard spot, I reckon. 14 opposite 10, so North-South might not even get there.
Spoiler alert, there's a possible crazy slam hand for the last one. That I think makes. No, doesn't. No, does.
So, quote from Ella. I hate bridge. Don't know why anyone would want to play it. Hello, people at home.
Selling the game real good.
But no, so she's now like way more relaxed, and you can just see in her whole demeanor. Like earlier before, a bit twitchy. The pressure was like right on, but she got like some good boards. Now it's good to have some banana.
And wave the banana.
Yeah.
She put the banana into a cup.
Yeah.
Club, a spade, 2 hearts, something or other, 2 spades, 2 no, pass, 3 diamonds.
So they got to 3-0. This is a really good 3-0 trump. But not the board Italy was after because it's just going to be a flatty. So with 2 boards to score, Australia have basically locked it up. And good to see they're going to be in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Huge result.
Go the dudes. You do realise that means another like 4 a.m. night.
Oh yeah, no more sleep for us.
Yeah, no.
Got a full day tomorrow and then finish at 4 a.m. again. Still no more sleep.
So we can probably sneak some sleep in between like... No, they start at 7, don't they?
They start at 7 p.m. but there's going to be a triple dummy. So there's going to be a...
PM. 7 p.m. Our time.
Yeah, at Melbourne, 7 p.m. is when they start. But we've got a triple dummy bridge podcast that runs from 6:30 to 7:30 with me, Elena, and Nick Jacob. So we'll have lots of details flowing from Croatia with Nick. Hope you all can catch that. And then after that finishes, I'm sure we'll jump straight over into the semi-finals to see how it's going.
Have you checked that Nick's in for it, being that like Viewgraph might be on?
Yeah, no, he was real keen for it.
Cool.
Not sure if, like, when he agreed to it, he didn't know if that would be on.
Thought about this situation.
Luckily, it's only missing the first. Like, it's from. We'll miss the first half hour of the actual bridge, but you know we'll just jump in from there, and Yeah. Might be a bit of a shorter episode if we think we need to go watch the bridge, or we might get the bridge on and get everyone from Triple Dummy talking about it. So I'm looking forward to Saturday night where I can actually get some sleep.
We have dinner plans.
No. Scrap them, I need sleep.
You're assuming they make the final at that point. Could do the sleep sort of all day Saturday.
Even if they don't make the final, I think it's going to be very tough for me to have an early Friday night.
Yeah, there's always that problem. It's a tough one. Okay, so unfortunately for Italy on this awesome slam swing on the last board, not going to be a slam swing.
So the boys have done the business?
The boys have done the business. The boys are just about, well, the sand's going to be finished very quickly. And we will have a table finished. South skiing.
So we'll see what are the scores that the others have to do. So they made 3-0 on here. The next board, North-South made a part score, and then the final board, what have they made?
5 hearts. It'll be 5 hearts by Italy making 6.
5 hearts making 6 by Italy. Not the boards you were hoping to see.
No. It feels so scary having the view graph people being like, thanks, see you tonight. Our version is, yeah, we'll see you tonight, but that's because when we say we'll see you tonight, it means we'll see you in the next night.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like it's all over from Italy. They had a good event. They qualified second. Huge result. Well, pretty good qualifying there. Unfortunately for them, Australia looked like they were too good in the quarterfinal. And personally, I'm really happy to see that because I think this is a huge result for Australia getting back into the semi-finals. Because although Australia is really good at coming fourth, this is what I'm hoping we don't manage. I personally have locked up multiple fourths, and it's not the favourite position to finish in.
So, do we know what the selection for the quarterfinals were? Was there choice? I know there's been a few weird format things, but I assume they got choice?
I presume they had choice because Italy did beat Australia in the round robin pretty well, so they probably chose them.
It's a curious one as to who you choose in this sort of instance as Italy, who qualified second. Because you get to go pick who you want to play. And admittedly, losing to who you picked really, really would suck. I haven't been in that position. I assume you haven't. Australia never gets to choose, basically.
Australia never gets to choose.
But I remember talking to Jazzy at some point and having a good sick laugh about the fact that Australia's just sort of this team that no one ever wants to choose or should choose because you sort of just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we underlead aces. We go on tilt. We underlead aces. We like.
You just don't want to risk that. You want to just play against some other team who you've played against for years and years and years and you know their game and beat them flat out. You don't want to play against.
So North-South have bid to 4 hearts here. The other table only made 2, so the clubs are offside, so they've got 3 club losers. The diamond's offside, they've got a diamond loser, they've got a spade loser. So there is really no hope here. Oh, diamond lead. It could start for the offense. Unfortunately, that's only one of the 2 tricks they need. I don't see Renee getting in and underleading her club to bring it to making. the Viewgraph operator was like, "Where's the fat lady when you need her?" And then Maddie B was like, "She just arrived, it looks like." And the Viewgraph operator said, "She's been here for a while, there's quite a delay on the video feed." So this appears to be down 1 and another 5 imps to Australia.
I find this the most annoying part of being a Viewgraph operator, when it's like all sort of over and you're like, it's really sad, it doesn't matter anymore. And so you're all just like chillaxed and want to get out of there. And you sort of have to sit there watching them agonize and you can't leave.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tough, really.
Well, Nick left. But he is actually at the area and wanted to go score up with the dudes.
But he was just commentating.
He was commentating and he left.
Yeah, but he's not like, I mean, by Viewgraph operator, I mean our poor mate sitting over there who we should say hello to, who's sitting there clicking the cards, watching them agonize.
Bass. Yeah, but he's getting paid for it. Rolling in the money.
Rolling in the money, but it's kind of painful at this stage of the match.
So after the diamond lead, they just need the ace of clubs on side, but not to be, so no such luck. I don't suspect this will be the hand that takes so long to play. So if he roughs the spade, roughs the diamond, and leads a low club up, out, and Ella pops with the jack. But no. They didn't choose that very obscure line of misdefense. No. And yeah. And they're down. Ella played the 8, which was high enough to be ducked by Renee, and no end play available. And down 1. Five more to Australia. Final board. Let's see how the girls handle this hand. So this is a potential slam for them?
Yeah. If the Aussies want to put the nail in the coffin, yeah, this is the hand.
Okay.
There you go, you got it. It's not a great slam, but it's a slam.
Yeah. So the Aussies are through, and it looks like the Max and Shane had a really good set on the other table, and the girls had 2 bad boards, but still got through comfortably. Now, how do you reckon this will shake or make their confidence for future matches?
I think it'll be fun. I think you get, you've been through this sort of situation, but I think once, they might be feeling like crap now, but once you get to the end of the day and you go, holy crap, we just made it through to the semi-finals of World Championship, I think a different atmosphere and team harmony comes about. So
I don't think they're going to feel like crap. I think they're going to feel like crap 5 boards ago when 5 spades double made. I think all that sort of washed away a bit. They would have been, like, at their table, they're still going to be nervous. They won't know how the match has gone.
Yeah, so they feel like crap now, but once you go to score up, you realise you're through. I think that changes everything.
Yeah. But I'm really glad to see that they've finished really strongly. So they had their break that they needed. They took their time.
Really well. Yeah.
That was really good to see. And that's the sort of stuff you actually need them to, like, that's what the stuff you want to see happen.
Yeah, for sure. I think this is possibly one of the lowest high card pointed Grand Slams ever. Or slams. Grand Slams.
They've got more than 5 points, right?
No, just slams. Well, like, you know what I mean. So what you've got, I think, 22 highs.
Yeah.
So and one of them is, well, like, more than one. Okay, so, like, 4 of them are wasted.
So you can only make small slam here, and it looks extremely tough to actually get there.
Oh, yeah, you're not getting that. But you do have 4 wasted points. With clubs 2-2 and hearts 2-2. You do not need the Queen, Jack of Hearts, and you do not need the Jack of Clubs.
Hey, Maddie, stop ripping us off.
What's he doing?
You said Henbest Harrison performed very strongly through these knockouts, and Patterson Cooper were able to keep their heads up despite 2 poor results.
Maddie,
He is just ripping us off. That's not word for word what we said, but that's basically what we were saying.
Admittedly, I think possibly we're not the only ones that thought that way.
Yeah, but you know, we inspired him to type that in.
Yes, possibly.
We're allowed to rip off the people that type in their commentary, because, like...
They can't retaliate, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. We love you, Maddie.
He just said, thanks, Pete, for telling me what to say. Being done for plagiarism here. Anyway.
Can make 13 in clubs.
Yeah, because your spades can go away on...
that makes sense.
Draw trumps, throw your spades. 10 men.
Hearts. Grand Slam potential here.
It's really not. Like, it is Grand Slam potential, but I did.
So, what do you have? You have like 22 highs together, and 4 of them are irrelevant because they break 2-2. So it's an 18-point grand?
10
18 high card.
22.
Yeah, but 4 of them are irrelevant. The Jack of Clubs, Queen Jack of Hearts are irrelevant when they break 2-2.
Yeah, but you don't count them as irrelevant. But it's still, you've got that many high card points, and they're not irrelevant because they increase your percentages.
Oh yeah, you're definitely actually going to make now. But, well, the clubs is...
I think the main thing on this hand is not East-West actually playing the contract in something. Because North-South...
West has a defensive hand.
North-South lose 2, 2, 3... North-South lose 5 tricks, so if they get smashed out, they go for 800. So that would be a fair score.
West has a super defensive hand. I would be trying to double any contract I could.
Except East was the one that bid 5 diamonds.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not going to work.
But if South does bid, they might get smashed out.
Yeah.
And it might go diamond rough, club diamond rough, hard diamond rough. Not that. They can only get 2 roughs. Well, only 1 valuable rough. Can we tell who's in the tank here? So if you look at the video, I think you can actually see that Donati's actually passed here, and then it's just Renee in the tank. So in these sorts of situations, the view graph operator is meant to bid both bids at the same time for that side of the screen. So as soon as Renee bids, he'll put Donati's and Renee's bids in the same time. And the point of this is that if you're on the other side of the screen and you could hear when the dude just clicks the mouse and like puts in a bid,
yeah, so just
then it would sort of ruin it for them, and they'll be able to tell when who's making bids. So you make both bids at the same time. So it's gone past 5 no trumps, and just as I've explained, this is put in North's pass and ruined this for me. but he put 3 in at the same time. But you know, uh, the general principle is you bid both sides of the screen at the same time as the view graph operator. 6 hearts, nice. So they're going to make this, right?
Yeah.
They're not going.
You might hook a club. You're still fine. No, you're still fine. Even if unless they leave a spade.
If you get clubs wrong, you're down.
No, yeah.
Because you lose a spade in the club.
Yeah. You only have one bitch. Reverse.
North-South might save in 6 spades. No. So just down to dropping the doubleton queen of clubs offside.
So what do you have going for you playing them to split?
6 spades is actually a good save, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it's entirely likely
so
that
North didn't make a double.
I think it's entirely likely that you might get the clubs wrong. You know North's got long diamonds and spades and 2 hearts. They've done a lot of bidding, so I think it's reasonable to get this wrong.
They've done a lot of bidding, but North also didn't double. Like, at the very first instance they didn't double.
Yeah.
If that is stiff club, no matter what, like, if you give them more diamonds, they had a preempt possibly available. Like, I think it makes it more likely to have 2 clubs. If they had 3 clubs, you can't help it. If they had 1 club, they possibly would have been likely to double. It's funny in these circumstances where you've got so little to go on and you're just trying for anything you can. And what happened in the bidding? What can I backtrack? What would have they done if they had this hand shape compared to that hand shape? And trying to look for any sort of crack in the corner that might give you some information about how you should play a suit like this. I don't know. That would have been my first sort of reaction that, you know what, North didn't double, so they're less likely to just have the singleton. They didn't preempt in diamonds either, so that, yep, they got it right. So congratulations to the Australian junior team. Commiserations to Italy. Well done to all for a close, well, at times close fought final. Compared to the other ones, and we will see you all tomorrow night when we do it all again at ridiculous hours. Catch you and thanks for watching.